Alright guys, this is Redtarget and I want to welcome you to episode 15. I wanted to show you, I built this ice tray machine about, I don't know, a week ago maybe. And I've been waiting for this thing to finish. That's 11 rows and each stack, that's 60 pistons. So that's 660 blocks of ice, minus the 2 that turned into water for some stupid reason. So I've been waiting for this thing to finish so I could come over here and before I harvest this ice, I wanted to show you. I mean, I've been waiting on this thing. That's gonna be a good bit of ice, but I'm hoping to eventually find one of those packed ice biomes, and then I wouldn't have to worry about all this. I was also going to point out to you that this whole rock formation right here, I mean, if you look at it at certain angles, it looks like a cat, or it looks like a cat with a flat face on it that just sort of sitting out here. I don't know. Anyway, sidetrack. So I got my silk touch pickaxe, and I was gonna just harvest all of this ice. I've been waiting on this for a long, seemed like forever, which I know it hadn't really been that long, but that's 660 blocks of ice. Got to be careful and don't tear up nothing else. But this thing's all automatic. I mean, while I'm in the area, the ice is forming, and once I clear up some of this ice, I'll show you. I keep thinking I'm going to tear something up. And it's all using bud switches and all. Like that's a bud switch up there. And this. Yeah, so when the ice forms right here, there's a bud switch. When this ice forms right here in this little block, there's a bud switch and it just pushes the ice down, and then when it gets down here, there's a bud switch right here that causes these pistons to push it up one block, and then whenever it gets to up here and this whole thing is filled in, then there's a bud switch that pushes it all this way one block. And I think, you know, it stops 11 blocks because that's as far as the pistons can push it. You know, I had originally just had a little bit of water flow when it was coming up here, and you know, I might could get a stack after a little bit, but this ought to give me a good bit of ice to last me for a while. I hope anyway. Yeah, look at that. Like I say, I just thought this was really cool. I mean, if this was on a server, it probably wouldn't have took near as long, you know, because it'd be running all the time, and I don't know how much lag it would have caused or whatever on the server. I hadn't noticed it causing any problems on this single player world at all. Of course, it's just me on here, so I don't know why it would cause problems. Man, I hate to lose a block. I gotta go down there and get those blocks. I mean, I'm losing the ice. Make sure I don't break that glass too. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I think what the problem was is I had some torches down here to light it up, and the 2 corner blocks at the very beginning melted on me, so I just put a couple of pieces of snow in there to sort of fill it in. Well, basically get rid of the water. and I just never came back and replaced them. But it pushed them out just like it did everything else. Alright, I'm gonna finish this up, and then get the rest of these ones over here. Oh, you see him? You see him? Look at him. Look at him. Look at him, just sitting there waiting. Your mama. Man, I just can't stand a creeper. All that just to get that one block of ice. But ain't too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 stacks and 13 to spare. So it's not bad at all. Should last a while. Alright, let me get back over into the base. I got something else I want to show you that I discovered while I was doing some work. Alright guys, this is something I wanted to show you. I mean, most of you might already know this, but it was something I discovered. I made this item elevator, and of course, down at the bottom down there, there's I had put a dispenser, and as the stuff came down, it would go into the dispenser, and then the dispenser would shoot it out to go against that outside edge and then run down so it could go up the item elevator. And it was all working fine until I was down there, and I built these pumpkins. I put the pumpkins in, and I'm standing around, and I hear the dispenser going off, and there's nothing going up in the elevator, and I'm like, well, what's going on? And for whatever reason, the dispenser won't dispense pumpkins. You know, it'll dispense other stuff. You know, it was dispensing the sugar cane and the watermelon slices, but I guarantee you it would not probably dispense a watermelon either, but it won't dispense pumpkins. You know, so I was like, well crap, that messed up my whole, you know, system and all. And finally I was like, I didn't know what I was going to do, and then I thought, well, does droppers do the same thing? So I went, and of course I put regular items in a dropper, and they kind of pop out. And then I said, well, what about pumpkins? Well, guess what, they pop out. So I had to replace my dispenser with a dropper, and it solved my problem. So I mean, that's something. Is if you ever build an item elevator and you want items like pumpkins or something that's going to go through with it, it's better to use a dropper than a dispenser, because apparently those types of items, I guess because a pumpkin, you can place down, whereas like an ender pearl or a lemon slice, watermelon slice and stuff like that, you can't place down. I'm assuming that's the difference. And I was gonna say, I always thought that these and I swear, I think some point in the past of Minecraft, a note block took a diamond or something to build. I could be wrong, but I notice now if I put dispensers or droppers or whatever, I like putting the note block as the block that powers it. I don't know, it just catches your attention. But yeah, so that's just something to know, that if you have items like pumpkins that you want to send in an item elevator, it's better to use a dropper than it is to use a dispenser. But anyway, just thought I'd share. Alright guys, I wanted to show you this. This is where, I think I already showed some of this, where I used the spruce wood trick to bust a hole through the bedrock in the nether. And I think I talked about this several times, about trying to build some kind of XP gold farm, and I saw the thing that Izumavoid built on Hermitcraft, and I built the little thing up here, and it just didn't work out real good for me. And so then I happened to see, I think one Doc M built, and I thought that's kind of neat. And then I don't know, I came across this guy Impulse, and I think his actual YouTube channel is Impulse SV, and I try to remember to put a link in the description down below. I actually followed his tutorial, and I would say block for block, but of course, being me, I kind of screwed things up along the way and had to redo it more than once. But this thing's about 242 blocks up, and this glass channel on the left is for drops. I built a dropper with a timer on it, and did I leave this thing on? I did. Typical me. I hope there ain't a minecart down there. Anyway, Impulse built this thing, and I went and moved me an enchanting table and some other stuff in here. I need to do a better job. But I built this thing from his tutorial, and it works really well. I mean, you can see right now I got 7 levels, and I'm gonna get in a minecart, and there's not one. I bet there's a minecart. I can't see it. Nope, there's not a minecart down there. In his build, he actually left a lane down through here you could walk through and clean things up. Somehow I missed that part. But in his build, he worked real hard to keep all the rest of the areas around here where nothing could spawn on it. I still got a problem where, for whatever reason, I still get zombie pigmen running around out here. I don't know why that is. But it's the thing where you take the snowball and you throw it in him, and I won't go through any details on here because you can always watch his tutorial, but it's got a hopper clock in here, and you just flip it up, switch on right here, and then it got another clock. So basically this clock sends you down the track, and you bounce off this guy, and you hit. I got a guy down there, his name's Little Johnny, and I'll tell you something about that too, because that worked out really nice in this whole process. Just getting the cart, you just switch it on, and of course now the timer's going, and it'll kick us off, and we'll go down the track. And it took several hours for me to build all this, because for one thing is I built that's Little Johnny. I just made him mad, and the reason you don't hear all the noises is because I turned hostile mobs way down, because if you don't, it is loud. And see, what happens is now they're mad, and they're going to fall into those 2 little pockets right there, and then this crusher will crush them, and then as you go by, you'll pick up XP. And like I say, I don't guess you can see his name, but anyway, while I was building this first platform, I just left an open hole in that little area right there. And so I'm building all this thinking, man, how am I going to get a zombie pigman in that little spot right there? And it just so happened, he just fell in there. So I put a name tag on him, and stuck him in, just covered him up. And so I had him pretty easy, thinking it was going to be a hard part. The bad thing is that when I built this thing, he had you at a certain level right here. And so I build this thing, and I build all these platforms. I build those 3 platforms right there. Well, being me, I built them all 1 level too low. So then I had to go back and rebuild all 3 of these platforms and move them up 1 level to get because, and I'll explain to you when we go back down. It's like I thought maybe I got the redstone wrong or something, because one of the set of pistons, sticky pistons, would close and the other one wouldn't, and I couldn't figure out. And then I finally figured out it was facing against the trap door, and that's why it wouldn't close. And look at that. We was at level 7. I mean, we ain't been up here 3 minutes. I almost bet you we haven't been in here 3 minutes, and we're already level 21. I said we'll be level 30 in just a minute. So I mean, it's pretty easy. You just throw that one snowball at that guy right there, and these guys right here, they just, you see them falling in there and falling. I mean, look at that. There's almost 24 right there. So you could really get in here, turn this thing on, go down that one time, throw that snowball at him, and then you could go and, you know, eat breakfast or whatever, drink you a cup of coffee, kind of take it easy, what have you. And you know, you come back and you'd have, you know, 30 or 40 levels in no time. I actually hadn't set up here and left it alone to run. When I first did it, I didn't have some of the glass right, and the little guys would fall in right here, and then there's a row of glass right here that you're going through. So you'd see the little ones, the little baby ones, would just be chasing you, and of course eventually they could get out over here. Oh, see there? See, there's why. Where did he come from? I have no idea. And they always tend to want to come right here and get close. I'm always worried some of their drops are going to fall in the hopper and mess up the timing on it. See, like that guy. No, that's my guy. Never mind. But see, that's 28. I bet you one more pass down and back, and we'll have level 30. So I got to figure out where these guys are spawning from, where they're coming in at, and it could be from like that bookshelves or something like that. I don't know how. I guess I could put some blocks above, not on the bookshelves, but one block above that. See there? We're level 30 right there. And of course, there's hoppers that you see the hoppers that go through there, and so all their drops are going down there. And I'll show you that stuff in just a minute. Let's trying to see if any of my stuff needs repairing, and let's just turn this off. Alright, that's the first time that still fell over. It's bad about, that's why I built this little glass pocket right here. And you hear that? That's the I got a little dropper right there. See it? And so it's just dropping items, so all the drops are going through there. And put this snowball back. I put me some snowballs up here for a while, so, and I brought all this stuff over here so I could start let's just enchant a book or something. See what we get. I put this glass right here because that's another thing. It's like I felt like that was being wasted. And you see, boom. If I went and turned the timer on, it would crush all those guys. So I mean, you get more. Let's just put it up there and put a book in there and see what we get. Why is that only level 26? Because I don't have enough bookshelves. Oh crap. I thought well, pooh. 15, you dummy. You gotta have 15. I must have took the bookshelves out. I don't know what I did with them. Well, that sucks. So sharpness 3, unbreaking 2, and power 1. Is that good? Let's see what else we get. Power 3, power 2, efficiency. What is that, for bows or something? That's probably good, ain't it? Yeah. 28. Bam, we don't want that. Sharpness 2, efficiency. We'll just use this up. Sharpness 3, protection 2. Protection 2, that's pretty good, isn't it? Might combine it with something. Protection 1. Alright, that's enough goofing off for now. I need to bring some more bookshelves up here. Maybe I'll remember that. What was I doing? Oh yeah. And the drive back down. I need to find a a faster way to get down, you know. So anyway, show you something else. So like that's the drops, and I mean, you know, it ain't like it's 5. I think it's 5 chests right here. And of course, that's this. I mean, I hadn't been in. This is probably the 3rd time I've been in it. You know, and then all of these. I don't think there's probably anything in here. But the one thing you gotta watch out for is like if you was to. That's the one thing I worry about. If I was to die or something and all my stuff, and that's why I'm not sure I'm gonna keep that. And my stuff was to get in this system. Well, right here, there's lava right there. See it dripping? So anything that doesn't fit the inside here goes to the lava. And that's what I was going to show you. This has caused me to redo my warehouse storage. He's got this, and he says it. You know, the way it works is, you know, it literally won't overflow, and it definitely works much better than the one that I originally set up. And the thing is you take blocks, it could be any block or any item, I guess, any block, and rename it something that's unique. So in his case, he renamed them all X. So I just did the same thing, just a single letter X. So, and then you got the gold nugget. Actually, there's got to be 41 in there. So like that would fill up to 41. See, 41. And that would fill up to 41 whenever it gets to it. So yeah, so then everything over 41 goes into the chest. And the way this is this won't accidentally light up this one. You know, this one won't come down here and accidentally light up, you know, the one beside it. And I think that's what was happening with my sorting system is. Sometimes it'd be so much stuff in there, it would mess it. Because you come back and the items I put up at a filter with, they'd just be gone or not right. So I think this works a lot better. So that's caused me to do that. And this is here because when I was up there and I had it at the wrong level, I was like, okay, I done this redstone, and so what am I doing wrong? So I kind of built a little cutout right here, and I put this lever on it. And it's like, okay, well that works. I go back up there. And it wouldn't work. You know, the 2 bottom pistons would extend and these 2 wouldn't. And finally, it dawned on me that all the platforms were 1 level too low. So then I had to go through and I basically placed the platform. I placed one platform on top of the other, and then went back and I was gonna say dug out, but I don't know what the right word is. You know, like, you know, removed all the blocks from the other level. So that means all the half slabs, all that had to be redone. So I just did it. I trudged through it and did it. You don't think I got a bookshelves in here, do you? This was some of the supplies. I mean, I need to take some of this stuff back to the base. But yeah, this is Impulse. I watched this video. I watched it. I paused and started. And after I built it, I mean, you saw how quick I got. You know, I was on level 7. You saw how quick I got 30. I mean, it works really well. I mean, and like I said, any flaws in it is my fault. You know, like the guys, for whatever reason, there's guys spawning there. I got to figure out what's causing that, and I'll fix that. But yeah, this was an extra bonus that I didn't plan on receiving when I did that. I don't want to go back down all those ladders. I mean, I got ladders on top of ladders. So you got to be a quicker way to get up and down. That's the only thing. And this here, every time I come here, there are more and more of these guys in here. I mean, they're just coming in here. So I was thinking if I went back through, I can't remember. Well, at least they keep me from having to walk down the ladders. But too bad it don't put you at the other portal. I need to put down an ice track or something. I don't know. I need to do something along here. Hello. And let me show you. So I've been I'm going back through tearing out all the work I done now. And this is typical with me. I will build something and then discover or find out on my own that there might be a little bit better way of doing it. So then I'll go down and tear out everything I did. And that's the way I don't know why I do that. That's just the way I work. So I come back and of course that's that new layout. And I started off with 3 because that's what I had before, you know. I got them stairs, and I always thought they had to be that way for it to work, but apparently they don't. And I had 3, but then I had some items that needed more chests. So I did add more chests. So then when I tore this side out, I was like, So I built this little pocket right here, and I got 5 chests. So, you know, I'm going to put hoppers along here. I don't know how I'm going to leave this, but so I got 5 chests going along here. And I brought everything in a little closer. Well, I'll be doggone. I'm going to have to. Oh, see that? Crap. I see what I did. My intentions were, so this is 3 blocks. So all these chests I just placed, I got to move them back 1 block so I can do this same thing I did before. Is you know, here's the item. Like if it's a block I can place, I'll put it down here. Otherwise, it'll be a item frame, and I figured I'd put it up top up here. Oh man, I went through and dug out all this stuff, and because that's what I was thinking. I was gonna put 3 items here, you know, 3 rows here, and then do like I did before, you know, like every other block, put a work table, crafting table, in every other block, you know, and that way I'd have crafting tables all down through here. God almighty knows, I just got through, right before I started recording, I just got through placing all of these chests right here. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to tear them out, move them back. I'm telling you guys, this is why it takes so long for me. This is just me. This is what it takes so long for me to do anything in Minecraft. You know, I mean, I don't know how many times my dad told me when we was working, used to do a lot of construction. He's like, measure twice and cut once. And why I don't apply that in Minecraft, I have no idea. I mean, all I had done was take 5 seconds and look at what I was doing and realize I did it wrong. That means I got to dig all this out and move this back 1 also. Oh well. Apparently that's something I must love doing because I'm going to do it. I'm telling you. I mean, I can't not do it. Is that the right way to say that? Yeah, I can't not do it. So, anyway. Oh well. I guess that's all I got, you know. I showed you that little ice tray thing, and man, I hope I got, if I can remember the guy I watched his video out, same thing, piece for piece, did his build with the bud switches and all that. Man, that thing works. I'll try to put a link to his tutorial in the description below. And like I said, the one for imports for the gold farm, that thing's nice. Now I can just run over there, you know, get in there and sit in that cart and get some XP. So anyway, I guess I'll get busy tearing all this out and moving it back by 1 block. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.